Alright, this is just going to be a short little video that I meant to make a long time ago and I realized, wait, I never did that. Oops! We're going to talk about the order of the Saga of Siegfrau's titles, chapters, as it were, stanzas, whatever you want to call it. The order of the games that we're going to play. Which is essentially what I consider to be like the 5 kind of core Souls games before Sekiro, before this upcoming Elden Ring. These 5. Did I say 4? What number did I say? Oh no. We're starting off with Dark Souls 1. Partially because it was technically my first Souls game that I played, and partially because I just feel like that's a good solid place to establish the whole Souls lore, style, play, etc. And then I think it's really important that we go ahead and play Dark Souls 2 right after it. In part because it was made by mostly different people. So the core team of Dark Souls 1, we'll just refer to them as the core team, they did not begin Dark Souls 2. They moved on to something called Project Beast. And Project Beast became Bloodborne. But of course, you know, money, demand. And so it was decided that Dark Souls 2 would be a thing. There are people who worked on Dark Souls 1 that also worked on Dark Souls 2, but generally speaking, it was, you know, people who maybe were second or third in the rung, in the hierarchy of such and such team, got promoted to lead, you know, that kind of thing. I believe, like, the director even changed partway through, which, when making game projects, that's a sign that, you know, maybe things weren't going totally smoothly. Dark Souls 2 either shows up at the bottom of your tier list or at the top of your tier list. And that's not across the board. That's just the feeling you're gonna get poking around at forums and stuff, that, you know, people tend to not necessarily hate it. It's Souls. At least it was Souls. It was alright at the time. It was fun, whatever. Up to, this is actually a super underappreciated like gem of a game. So I mean, it does offer a lot of different ways to build your character. There's PvP is still super active in Dark Souls 2. Absolutely. Probably arguably the most active, I would say. But then again, I haven't played on PC for all of the games, so I could be wrong. But it feels like, even because like I played it on PC and PS4, and even on PS4, like, I'm still getting invaded. I'm still doing duels. I'm still having really cool multiplayer experiences with strangers. So go figure. Excuse me, cooperators. Anyway, so I think it's really important that because of these distinctions, we need to look at 1 and 2 right next to each other. Then I think it's important that we, you know, go ahead and take a look at Bloodborne, which is what the Dark Souls 1 team was working on, essentially. That way, you know, we have those 3 kind of closer together. We can I'm not trying to say to compare them, but just see, you know, where Dark Souls 2, how Dark Souls 2 went in comparison to 1, like where it went, and then look at the project that the core DS1 team immediately made after DS1. I think it's cool. I think it'd be cool to, like, look at those 3 in succession together. Then, before we wrap up the main trilogy of the Dark Souls games, I think it's important for us to go back, rewind a little, and play Demon's Souls. Now, despite the lack of online stuff, there is a really good chance that I will just be playing the old version of Souls on my PS3 once I figure out all the logistics of getting a good recording off of there. And I'm not saying that I might not at some point also play the remake, but let's be real, I don't have any idea at any point in the foreseeable future that I am way more likely to have a stable way to record off my old PS3 than that I will even own a PS5 anytime soon, because that reboot is the only thing coming out on that system that I give a flip about. So, currently, as of the current time of the making of this video. Anyway, I just think it's important that we get all of those threads all that history, you know, all the little clunky growing pains and just all the pieces, see all the different boss fights and what have you, the aesthetics, the mechanics, etc., etc. And then we will play Dark Souls 3. Because Dark Souls 3 is a solid wrap. I would say it's a solid wrap up to the trilogy. The DLC is all great. I think it was a great, you know, wrap up finale send off to the primary, you know, trio of games. So I have a method to the madness of how I'm trying to present the order of these games. So we're doing Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 3. And those are the 5 we're gonna do. Not gonna say I'll never touch any of the other From Software games, like Souls-likes, you know, on the channel. We're gonna keep our focus in on those. I feel like that's kind of a turning point of, yeah, we're gonna keep making games like this because this is our way of doing things, but, you know, they're gonna be different, you know, universes, different places. And yes, there are theories and arguments for putting all 3 Dark Souls games within the same universe as Demon Souls and Bloodborne. Don't worry. We got you covered. We got you, fam. There is so much theorizing out there, and I'm super into it. I love it. It's great. This is why we spend so much time reading item descriptions in the LP. I should sign this off. I'm going to tell you all to be safe, be careful, take care of yourselves best you can, and that was a truck. So I'm gonna stop fighting the ambient noise, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.